Hello, my name is Jose, and I am one of your HIV Stops With Me spokesmodels for the year 2026. And I'm here with the question of the month for August of 2026. And I hope you're doing well and the month has been treating you great. And welcome to fall pretty soon. The question goes like this: what has been the cost to your life of being so open with your HIV status, and what have been the benefits? Here comes another part to the question. Has it been worth it? Okay. So I am definitely going to just jump right at it, and I hope I don't get censored for what I'm about to say, but the cost and the sacrifice for me has been simply not giving a fuck. The internal work and simply the shadow work that has to be done is basically what I've been doing, and why the change has been both frightening and very emotional, but and it's creating a lot of distancing, right? Some might be worried, like, okay, are you doing well? Is isolation a good idea? And for me, it's actually how I face my fears. And some of what I have been finding more benefit out of this journey, and how this, what comes up for me with this question of the month, is basically facing fears. I know that it's worth it because whatever challenge is put in front of me, like, I can't stay stagnant. I can't stay too comfortable, because in the past, comfortability has been okay for the moment, but then, like, where is my growth? What is next? And let me circle back with a little bit of like HIV, right? When I was diagnosed and I didn't want to take medication because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I needed to take more than one medication. So I asked questions, trial and error. There was a time that I had to just get off of medication because I was so scared of uh, the side effects that were happening with the medication. But if you're newly diagnosed and you're just taking medication for the first time, give yourself a chance. There are so many differences that are happening today, and people that I've been learning that are newly diagnosed are becoming undetectable so quick. So with U equals U, just become, when you become undetectable, you are less likely, almost to none, to transmit this virus anymore. So if you're freaking out, if it's something that you're still learning to kind of face your fear, I want you to know, listen, I was that person that just was like, what the hell is going to happen to me? And I didn't know who to confide in. I didn't know if people were going to stigmatize me and think that I'm disgusting. And so what? If people are still thinking that, that is just a lack of their own education. They're not allowing themselves to be comfortable or facing that fear, because maybe it hasn't happened to them. But can it happen? That's the big question. Um, and yeah, so now some of my more smaller fears that I would say that are happening for me, and why is it worth it, and what am I like winning out of that, is being a public speaker now, telling the truth, shedding light to my secrets, giving hope and courage to someone who probably doesn't have it just yet. Um, and just simply, before, it didn't allow me to grow up. So leaning towards that and not the figmentation of my mind, what that fear tells me is going to happen without even giving it a try. So that's all I got to say for this question of the month. Face your fears, do something that's a little bit uncomfortable, but absolutely, it's okay to kind of sit and figure it out, right? Look at it from all angles before you make that sudden move, right? But Thanks for checking this video out. I encourage you to watch some of the other spokesmodels. Go to hivstopswithme.org. If you haven't already seen it on the website, go to the YouTube, leave some comments. You can also go to Instagram, Facebook. We have our homepages there. You can follow us, subscribe to the newsletter, and just be on the lookout for the next coming month. And I just hope you're well, and I hope that you remain informed and check out some of the other articles, because that's all that information is also on the homepage, if you don't know enough about HIV or some of the other things that we carry on the website. Okay, be well. Bye.